Welcome once again to the vlog. I am your host. Today, I'll be giving my final impressions of the Halo Infinite multiplayer beta on my Xbox Series X. I don't think it's really appropriate for me to label this as a full review since it's a beta and not a full retail product, even though I played quite a bit of it so far. Okay, it was 32 hours. I played the beta for 32 hours. So I guess you could say that I've really enjoyed it so far. Halo Infinite is also available on the Xbox One, Xbox Series S, and the Windows PC. So it's been quite a while since I really played through a Halo game. I played quite a bit of the first 5 games in the main series, so Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo Reach. But I never really felt much of an urge to play through them once 343 got the series. I probably should beat Halo 4 and 5 at some point, but I really don't have the time. I'm guessing it's still the faceless space marine who shoots aliens with his pretty blue lady friend or whatever. So Halo Infinite is the 14th Halo game, and they've been making them for a little over 20 years now. Halo was originally announced at Macworld 1999 before Microsoft bought the company to put it on their new Xbox console. The game that they showed at Macworld was a very different game than what was released, and it's been a huge hit for Microsoft. So, after spending quite a bit of time with Halo's Infinite's multiplayer, and you know what? It's all pretty solid. The game looks good, it runs well, and the few maps that they do have are quite fun. I'm guessing that when it goes retail that they will roll out new maps and maybe new modes. I'm guessing most people know what Halo is by now, and Halo Infinite is more the same with a new coat of paint, which isn't exactly a bad thing, I guess. It's a first-person shooter where you work to pop the enemy's shield, you headshot or melee, and then repeat. This formula works just as well in 2021 as it did back in 2001. While the game and mechanics have changed somewhat in that time, it's fundamentally the same core gameplay, except it's quite a bit faster. You can actually sprint now across the entire field and do this weird slide thing. There are also these items that make it easily traverse, and the machine guns on the Warthog no longer overheat. I mean, other than that kind of stuff, it's fundamentally the same game. Right now, you have to choose between either quick play and big team battle. I think there's also some rake modes and stuff. There's no option to decide what map or what mode you want to play in matchmaking, but I'm guessing this is because right now they're just testing out the network capabilities and they don't want to put unnecessary strain on the system. Matchmaking could use a little work, but I suspect it will get better as they get more data. In fact, it has gotten better since it was first launched, so maybe it will continue to keep getting better. For whatever reason, Quick Resume doesn't seem to work very well with Halo Infinite. Sometimes it works, but the vast majority of the time I have to shut down the program and restart it in order for me to connect online. I'm not sure if this is a widespread problem, a DRM issue, or what, or if it's just me due to my less than stellar internet connection. Another possible issue is that I've heard of some rampant cheating amongst the PC player base. I don't know how widespread that is, but this could be an issue in the future, and maybe it might be a good idea to allow the console gamers to just have the option to opt out of playing with the PC, or maybe just fix the cheating issue first. That may be better. So customization is also extremely limited right now. Pretty much everyone looks the same, and it's a little hard to tell who is who at times. This has gotten a little better as time's gone on. Now, in the original Halo, The teams were split up between red and blue, and all the characters were either red or blue. Now, everyone has a bright red or blue bubble, so you can see their custom paint job when you die. It works, I guess, but it's a little more complicated than it needs to be. I mean, sometimes I notice that, I may be playing as a blue character and my teammate has a red paint job, and I shoot the character thinking that he's on the other team, but he's actually on my team. So I don't know. There's also no option to play as a female character at the time of this recording. They have 3 different male body types that all look almost exactly the same. If you have the special event armor, I didn't notice any change whatsoever. You can give your character a female voice, and you can give your AI a female voice, but you're pretty much just stuck to playing as a generic robot man. Currently, there's only 3 different armor types: the type that you are given, the type that you have to buy, and the special event type that you have to earn. I don't want to get into the old man thing of back in my day, but back in my day, Halo customization features were all just earned by unlocking them during the course of normal gameplay. Here, while there are exceptions, you pretty much have to pay for everything. And it's not entirely clear how much everything costs without calculating exchange rates. You have to buy packs of these Halo space dollars or whatever they're called in real money to then exchange them for whatever item it is that you want in a store. Microsoft did something similar when they launched Xbox Live Arcade by selling space dollars that I think they called points to buy games. Thankfully, that scheme was abandoned because it was stupid, and hopefully the scheme here is also abandoned because it's still stupid. I'm guessing it probably will stick around just because everyone else is doing it, because it's just an easy way to trick kids to spend their money on something that they really don't know how much they're actually spending. So all of your items in the store are really expensive, and everything pretty much all look the same on your Murder Robot Man. Like, I think a new coat of paint for your Robot Man is $9. Next up is the Battle Pass, which is also pretty silly in my opinion. The Premium Battle Pass costs about $9, and the Super Premium one costs almost 3 times that. So what does the Premium and Super Premium one get you that the free one doesn't get you? Well, more generic items that make your character look a little different that you really only get to see whenever you die. Paying for the Battle Pass also helps you level up faster by giving you more ways to earn experience, and the Super Premium one gives you 25 levels, so you don't have to play as long to get all the free generic stuff. As it is now, it kind of takes forever to level up, and I guess that's kind of the point, to push you to pay for the Battle Pass. They've adjusted it so now it's all a little bit better. They made it so you get more experience in your matches, but I think they made it harder to complete those weekly rewards. Maybe that's just me, but it certainly seems that way. I mean, I was able to get the reward for completing all your weeklies last week, and this week I am nowhere near close, but that also might be because I haven't had nearly as much time to play. I mean, I get that what they're trying to do with this whole free to play thing, but you don't get any benefit in multiplayer for having a license to the campaign or for having Xbox Game Pass. It's also a little weird to me that they're charging for stuff in a beta test at all. I miss the days when you could just buy the latest Halo game for $50 and have the entire game instead of paying $180 for a subscription service to have access to the campaign, along with having to pay in perpetuity for cosmetic items. I seriously doubt I'll be paying for any of that stuff, although it wouldn't surprise me if the female murder robot option is behind a paywall because, Microsoft. I sort of understand the thought process as to behind why someone would spend $9 on the Battle Pass. if it's like their favorite game. But I'm not really a huge fan of the structure of payment. Part of me has thought about doing it just to show my support for the game in hopes that Microsoft will keep making the game better. But fundamentally, I don't like the Battle Pass system and wish they just go back to the more traditional ways of doing things. Peculiar monetization scheme aside, the multiplayer is still very solid. It's very much a pick up and play experience, and it's quite a bit of fun. Playing a match doesn't really take all that long, and you can either go on to the next one or go about your day, which I really appreciate. I like that the multiplayer in its current form, and I could see myself playing even more of it in the future. Honestly, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite games of the year, even though we haven't even touched the campaign yet. Hopefully, they get less ridiculous with the customization stuff. We can get some more maps, and you're given the option to play exactly the mode that you want to play in the future. Also, it's 2021. Let the lady murder robots murder people too. I could see Microsoft making the lady robots a pay to play option, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Just make it available. So, these are just my thoughts on the subject. Have you played the multiplayer beta, or will you be playing it once it hits retail? If you're playing, are you having a good time? Will you be getting the Battle Pass, or do you think I should try it out? Let me know. I want to thank you for enjoying my video, and I want to remind you that this should not be considered an endorsement of the aforementioned products. I just took part in the open beta, which is open to everyone, and I received no form of compensation from Microsoft. My console and all my Game Pass stuff I paid myself. These are just my thoughts and opinions based on my experience. I'm just a guy learning how to make videos on my Apple Macintosh, so there's no reason to take anything that I said seriously. I want to thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.